The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate, it's all about family. How do you protect your family? Where do you buy a house for your family? And my daughter Mila makes an appearance as well. It's all just ahead. It's You Have Real Estate. Your debt does not have to control your life. You have the power to potentially lower or even eliminate your debt. I'm attorney Justin Clark. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your financial life. Welcome to You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned investor, or even looking to sell your home, this next 30 minutes is designed just for you. Think of it like getting multiple open houses, all from your living room, with my attorney advice throughout the way. Any questions whatsoever during the program, the phone number will be right here, 407-205-0400. Wonderful show ahead for you, but if you want to start your house hunt right now, Dallas Lehman is also standing by to get you pre-approved right now. Maybe you can find the dream home this weekend. Wonderful show just ahead. You will not want to miss a single minute. But first, the opening statement. Today's show is going to be all about family, because when you think real estate, family is a big part of what you should think. And right now, here are the questions that we have as a family when it comes to real estate. Number one, we have a lot of equity in our home. Do we sell our home now and buy something else despite the fact that we're in the peak of the market? You got to live somewhere. That's a question families are having right now, one that we're going to help you answer. Another thing is, look, I've been renting for a long time. I want to buy, but now the rates are up a little bit, prices are way up. Is now a good time to buy? And a lot of families too are thinking about these uncertain economic times, and you don't know whether maybe you should put your money into real estate as an investment. And when I think family as well, when it comes to my family, you got to come over here for a second, will you? Please, please, my daughter, my 5-year-old daughter Mila is here making her broadcast television debut. Come here, 1 second. Oh, you won't come up? Oh. Mila is here. Will you say hello? What do you think about real estate? You love it, right? We do too. I love you. I'll see you in a second. It is all about family, and we're going to answer those family questions that you have by asking real questions. Every Saturday here on the program, we ask real questions to I'm a little tired by that. She's getting big. Real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. I've been begging these two to come back for a while. The first family of real estate in Central Florida. Calvin, Rhondra Bolden, welcome back. How are you guys?
Hello, thank you. You're doing fantastic. Yes. Thank you for having us.
You're both in the trenches. You're working real estate agents. You're talking to families every single day. What are the questions that families have right now when it comes to real estate?
Right. Should we sell?
Yeah.
And should we buy? You know, we've been in a house. We bought a house, and a lot of people, they bought maybe 5 years ago when they had very low rates, but now they have a lot of equity, but just not quite sure what to do and how to make that move.
Yeah. And Rhondra, what do you think? What are you hearing down in the trenches?
Yeah, I would say pretty much the exact same as what do I do? How much will my mortgage increase if I decide to sell at this point compared to what I'm paying now? Is it worth it?
Right. And so how do you help a family answer that question? The question that many families have now, it's, oh my gosh, I have a ton of equity sitting right here in our primary home. I would like to suck some of that equity out, but we also have to live somewhere. How do we answer that question?
So every single family is different. So our approach is sitting with the family and actually doing a full consultation of understanding what their intent and their end goals are. So maybe it's to, as you mentioned, maybe upsize. We need more space. Our family is growing. And if that's the case, then hey, we're definitely looking maybe to make a move depending on their timeline. They're looking to downsize. Yes, you can definitely take that equity and, put it into something else for you in the future.
I agree. And I think every situation is a little bit different, which is really, Calvin, if you think about it, how you make your money as an excellent real estate agent, knowing the intricacies of every situation can be different, don't you think? And then what about when you talk about investing in real estate? Because we've seen a stock market that's kind of gone up and down over the last year and a half. A lot of unknowns, an election year coming up as well. People often ask you about investing in real estate. What are your thoughts on that?
And that's another thing too. When we had that consultation with families, they do have a lot of equity. We had a class to say how could you use this equity for our next investment property.
Yeah.
And so we've had a few of those deals this year that people have actually taken out the equity and purchased another property.
Yeah, Rhondra, when you talk to a family that's renting, and really have been renting for years and years, and they just don't even quite. They know they want to feel the feeling of home ownership, but they're also scared of home ownership. What are their fears, and what do you tell them?
A lot of the fear initially is the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
And so for us, we love to have that buyer's consultation with them that actually takes them from, let's take this very first step, I call them baby steps, all the way to closing, so they have an understanding of what that process looks like.
Right.
Therefore, when we start the process, they know what's to come, and they're more likely to make that move.
Yeah, and buyers now, Calvin, are saying, well, I should have bought 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and they're remorseful that they didn't. And now they're saying, well, my goodness, I could have had a 2.5% interest rate 2 years ago, and the prices were way lower. What do you tell that buyer?
We still explain the value of homeownership. So once they understand that concept, that you're owning something that's yours, you potentially have that investment, your initial investment, versus just having my first home.
Yeah.
So now I have my first investment. So that kind of gives them a little bit of idea looking towards the future, and just kind of cement that this is not just my first house, but this is an investment for me and my family.
I love when I talk to a buyer, someone comes in the firm and they're like, look, I don't know if I should buy or not because the rates are way up. And I'm like, to be honest with you, man, it's better now as a buyer, even with prices up and rates up, because you actually can negotiate a little bit, and quite honestly, you have a chance of buying anything, where 2 years ago, it was like get in line. Couldn't you make the argument that it's better for a buyer now than it was a couple years ago?
It is. We still have very low inventory. And so right now we're saying if the house is really nice and priced right, we are getting back to those multiple offer situations.
Yeah, really. It's been a crazy time for sure. Well, I want to see what's on the market right now with who I call the first family of real estate. Early joiners of LPT as well, which has been exploding. Obviously, it's always fun following your social media at work and personal. It's always fun following you guys. And let's start here in Orlando at a good price point here. It's Kelly Green. Tell me about this one.
Kelly Green is our newest listing. It's actually going live. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a den in Waterford Lakes.
Really? Waterford Lakes at $400,000, 3.2. Pretty decent price point.
It is.
Wouldn't you say? And if you'd like to see this property or you want to talk about any sort of real estate, I will connect you with the Boldens right now. 407-205-0400. And even more affordable, I believe this is a condo, Pine Creek. Tell me about this one.
Yes, so it's a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath condo, but it's actually townhouse style.
Oh.
So it's 2 floors with a bedroom downstairs. And it's really nice that even the primary suite upstairs has a private balcony that overlooks the canal and the pool.
Is that right? How do you have that conversation with people who are buying their primary residence and they talk to you about single family versus townhouse versus condo? How does that conversation go?
It really depends on what their needs are. And so there are benefits to having a single family home sometimes when it comes to those HOA fees compared to a condo. But there's also, depending on their financial situation, if they're looking for that lower price point, if that's what they need.
Would you say maybe condos could be making a little bit of a comeback for primary residences just because people are so scared about their homeowner's insurance now?
Homeowners insurance, but then also you don't have to worry about the maintenance on the exterior of the home.
Right.
So condos, especially for this one, first-time home buyers, those that are looking to downsize, and even I would say multi-generational because you have that bedroom on the first floor.
Yeah, awesome. Rhondra, excellent job as always. Calvin, great job. We're not going to go 2-3 months again before you come back here. How is that? I know you're out busy selling real estate, but you got to come by and say hi to us again.
Really, thank you.
Awesome, great work. Any questions for these two? You'd like to see these two listings this weekend, call them at 407-205-0400. We will take a trip out to the east coast of Florida as You Have Real Estate continues. Hurricane season definitely upon us, and we all think, oh, we'll go to the grocery store and get some water bottles and some paper towels, but there's something important in your house right now that is very important when it comes to hurricane season, and that is your windows. Dan Brigman is here, Renewal by Andersen. Dan, you think about sitting around during a hurricane party or when you're getting through a hurricane with your family, playing a game or whatever you're doing, and when those winds really start to pick up, and you start hearing those windows vibrating, that gets scary. Why don't we think about windows when we think about hurricane prep?
You're absolutely right, Justin. It does get a little nerve-wracking. And one of the reasons we don't is because, when we think about windows, we think about energy savings. We think about, hey, does the thing go up and down? Are there bugs coming in? Is there any water around my windows? And things like that. We don't think about that, an 80, 90 mile an hour wind is enough wind to send something through that window. If you're sitting in there playing Monopoly, send it through the window, hit you, and end of story.
It's not a good thing at all. I put the QR code on the screen right now. Dan has a very special gift for you in preparation for hurricane season to help protect your family by changing and upgrading your windows. Dan, for these people at home, what are you going to do?
Well, I can tell you this, it will not happen again before hurricane season, which we're already in, right? And so it's 20% off of anything and everything that we sell. So that's our windows and our doors. And so get it while you can.
I appreciate it very much, Dan. Great to see you. You will appreciate Renewal by Andersen, I assure you that. This is free, by the way. Hit the QR code on the screen or call the phone number right now. Totally free consultation with their design consultant. Call Renewal by Andersen today. Really excited about this segment, legitimately excited, because I'm going to show you some sort of affordable homes, but some awesome homes as well. And I'm doing it with two of our favorite agents from LPT. Ben Aicher, welcome back. How are you, sir?
Thank you, I'm great.
And for the first time on the program, got a message like 10 minutes before you're going to make it. I was very happy to have you here, Jermey Gomez. Jermey, welcome to the show.
So
we'll have you back more, of course. What are you guys seeing out there, first of all, for the people at home who have been hearing about seller's market, prices have been skyrocketing. What are you seeing right now out there?
There's definitely a lot of activity happening. I mean, I think multiple offers are back. I don't know if you've seen that. We just literally had amazing open house with over 30 showings over 2 days and 25,000 over asking price. So I think we're seeing that a lot. I think inventory is still pretty low, and there's a lot of activity.
This market's still booming. It is, and everyone keeps telling me, oh, Justin, I don't want to buy because it's going to be a big bust. I don't believe that. I really don't. All you have to do, Ben, is drive through Central Florida and look at all of the new construction, the development that's coming here. Clearly, you can feel Florida is a place where people are moving.
Yeah.
And do you see that changing? Do you see the market tanking?
No, not at all. I mean, when we're talking about market drivers, we're talking about supply and demand.
Right.
Demand here in Central Florida, we have over 700 people moving here every day. Yeah. It's almost kind of an anomaly, When we couple that with inventory still being relatively low, I don't foresee prices, going down anytime soon.
What's it been like for both of you, the switch to LPT? I love LPT. I love everything Robert's doing over there. LPT's amazing. How's that switch been for you?
It's been amazing. I've been provided with a lot of tools that I've, never been able to access before, which is, helps set us apart a lot. When you're able to show up to a listing appointment with an active marketing plan, 9 critical questions, power pack, all that kind of stuff, it really just helps build a lot of credibility, a lot of trust, and helps us win over more listings at the end of the day.
What do you think, Jeremy?
Same. I mean, my situation is a little bit different. I mean, we built a company for almost 18 years with about 130 agents, and we just merged all of them to LPT. So probably the best decision we've made. We're right now probably almost doubled in size in about 120 days. So it's been great with all the tools that Ben just mentioned.
I get a lot of questions on the show about whether you should buy an existing home or buy new construction. You have the pleasure of representing some builders out there, and there's this, is it Overbrook community, I believe, in Kissimmee.
Correct.
What's going on down there?
Yeah, so they right now have the most affordable, starting in the 360s, brand new homes.
Cool.
And I've been fortunate enough to have a really great relationship with a lot of builders, specifically this one. And about a $12 million sellout still left, about 30 homes left, ranging from the 360s all the way to about right under 400,000. And homes ready to close in the next couple of months as well. So
really?
we can still be in before the fall.
So it's a good point in that development where you don't have to wait 2 years or whatever to get in your home.
worries.
And you can already see kind of what's going up, but you can still have some say in sort of the finishing at the end as well.
Yeah, so you can pick definitely the type of home you want with the different types of finishes, but it's been fortunate enough to, they build specs, so they're going to finish them.
Right.
I've heard stories that, people wait a year and a half for a home. They're going to be finished in the next 90 days.
I love it. If you'd like to see this community, and again, affordable, beautiful homes, but still affordable when you start looking at this market as a whole. I'll connect you with Jermey right now. You can see the house this weekend, 407-205-0400. So, down in that Kissimmee area, it's getting more expensive, but there's still some decent deals. You also go up to the northeast portion of Central Florida, that southwest Volusia County area in DeLand. And Ben, still some decent deals there as well. You have one on Glenwood, I believe.
Yeah, so we have 1823 Glenwood Road in DeLand. Property is sitting on a 3/4 acre lot. Property has a beautiful screened-in pool out back, fenced-in backyard. The property itself is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, around 1,900 square feet. Has a circular driveway out front as well, so more than enough room to park a boat, RV, things
Right.
like that in the state of Florida. So.
I like that. And then if you want to go more coastal Volusia County, this beautiful house out in South Daytona.
Yeah,
Talk to me about this.
Sandy Circle, 217 Sandy Circle, absolutely beautiful property. Actually has over 300 feet of water frontage
Yikes.
on the Halifax.
That's crazy.
With a seawall and a dock, boat lift, all that kind of stuff. The property itself is a fully renovated 4-bedroom, 3.5-bathroom home, just under 3,000 square feet. I mean, this property has it all. Outdoor kitchen, it's absolutely stunning. It's being offered at $1.599 million.
1.599 for that is, in this market, is pretty incredible with all of that waterfront. It's insane. If you'd like to see either of these properties, 407-205-0400. I will connect you with Ben. He'll show them to you again this week. And this is why we do the show, if you think about it at the end of the day. Look, we've got someone at home watching, wherever they live in Central Florida. We're able to introduce them to awesome agents, to hear what's really going on in this market real time, but then show properties that are beautiful down in the southwest corridor there in Kissimmee, all the way up to Daytona. I mean, this really gives the people at home a sense of what's going on out there, and I couldn't do it without you two. You're awesome. You're coming back again.
I am.
Ben, I know you'll be back. Tell Buckley I said what's up too, by the way.
Will do.
Agent, 00001 now or something at this point? 001. It's pretty awesome. If you'd like to see any of these properties again, phone number will be on the screen, 407-205-0400. Jermey Gomez, Ben Aicher, both with LPT. Quick break. You Have Real Estate continues.
You can be an agent that struggles to get ahead in the competitive real estate world, or you can learn from the best and achieve success. Visit youhaveafutureinrealestate.com and sign up for the Jumpstart program. Get coaching tips and important tools that will help you jumpstart your real estate career. Sign up today and get 10% off your Jumpstart program when you use code word LEARN. Visit youhaveafutureinrealestate.com today and gain the real estate knowledge you need to succeed.
Welcome back to the show. Our family edition continues today. My daughter Mila is still over there, will not come back on television for whatever reason. But when we talk about family, obviously we talk about affordability of you purchasing real estate. I'm very bullish on this real estate market in Florida still. Yes, I understand rates are up. Yes, I understand prices are up. I still love this market for you buying a home, especially a primary home that your family's going to live in. That being said, we don't want to be house poor either, okay? So you don't necessarily have to just look for a house in the center of Orlando or Winter Park. What we've found is if you start looking out a little bit further, you can still find a better bang for your buck. And we've tried to do better on this show in introducing you to other areas outside of the city center of Orlando. We will continue doing that today as we protect your family and help your family make good real estate decisions. Introducing to my right, James McQueen. James, welcome back. How are you, sir?
Doing great. Glad to be back.
You got it. And to my left, I call her the queen of Ocala real estate, Elisha Lopez. Hello, Elisha. How are you? Ocala Realty World. And let's talk about it, guys, because you spend a lot of time on the East Coast. I know you do other places, but you know the East Coast very well. And Elisha, from Miami to Orlando, you've been in Ocala now for many, many years. You know that area well. Price per square footage makes a huge difference, obviously, when you're buying real estate. How does the price per square foot of a house in, say, Orlando match up with a house in Ocala?
So $245 a square foot
in Ocala,
Orange County.
In Orange County,
to
okay.
$185 in Marion County.
$185. So you're looking at maybe 2/3, if not less, almost half price if you move up to the Ocala, Marion County area. That makes a huge difference. James, what do you see out on the East Coast of Florida?
Yes. So if you're getting close to the water, that square foot is going to go a little bit higher. So like, for example, today, the unit I have is $348 a square feet.
Got it. And that's right on the water. But then if you think of the other area of Volusia County, like Southwest, I call it, the DeLand, Deltona, DeBerry, that area, how is it price-wise?
That's going to go a little bit lower.
A little bit lower, got it. So you can shop around, and I think we've made traveling a little bit easier, the commute easier with all the 4 highways. I don't know, the 4 this, 4 that. I can't keep up with them. What are they, 419, 429? I don't know. I can't. 429. I get all the 4s confused, but all the 4s have made a big circle now and have made other parts of Central Florida more accessible to you. Now, interest rates obviously have gone up over the last couple of years, really, significantly gone up. But when you're talking to a buyer and they're looking at the interest rates, Elisha, how do you discuss that with them when they say, oh, I'm not buying anything because they were 3% last year or 2.5% the year before, now they're 6%? How do you have that conversation with them?
Well, we always want to know what their budget is and what where their comfort zone is on their monthly payment, not necessarily the purchase price.
Yeah.
And there's always a program for everybody, like Hometown Heroes is becoming really popular right now. And back in 2010,
Yes.
The USDA loan in our area was huge, but the appraisal gap doesn't exist anymore. So the program that's becoming really popular is Hometown Heroes, where you get up to $35,000 on your closing costs and down payment paid for. Yeah, so there really is a program for everybody.
Yeah. And you must be talking to buyers you work with, James, about the same thing. Rates are up. I'm going to wait this out. What do you tell them?
Yes, so I tell them, number one, renting is 100% interest.
That's right.
So if you're paying off somebody's mortgage, you are always going to be paying interest on it. Yeah. As well as I tell people that there are different programs and different ways that you can negotiate a lower rate, such as getting seller concessions, also working with programs like Hometown Heroes and 2-1 buy downs where you can get a lower rate for the first couple years. Yeah. And really what I tell people is if you're thinking long term, the appreciation of a home is going to go up about 5% per year. And if you're investing in something that's $300,000, $350,000, over time that equity is going to surpass the interest rate.
Yeah, got it. I want to see what you guys have out there listed right now. Elisha, let me start with you. Tell me about Southwest 62nd Circle, which quite honestly is my only complaint about Ocala is I can't figure out the 62nd in the Southwest. I can't ever figure it out. Other than that, everything's great. Yeah. Tell me about this property.
So it's in a 55 plus, built in 2000. In most 55 plus neighborhoods, we think of gated community, higher HOAs. But this one actually is a really low HOA, which includes your garbage pickup, cable, internet. Wow. So it's a lot of stuff that comes with it, and it's only $252,000. Wow. It's got a new roof, completely gutted inside and out, and it's on 1/4 acre.
Wow, same house that would be $450, probably closer to Orlando or just on the outside of Orlando. Getting for that price up there is something that is going to be affordable for virtually every family at that price. And you said it does have an HOA, yes, but the HOA fees, first of all, there aren't many houses with HOAs period up in that area, but this one's way lower than you would see down here.
Yeah, I mean, it's common on the 55 plus because they're looking for that and they want everything included. Got it. But getting cable and Wi-Fi and garbage that you would pay separately anyway,
of course,
can't beat it.
I love it. Now, as we head to the East Coast, Daytona, this building looks familiar, James. Tell me about this one.
Yes, sir. This is in Daytona Beach Shores, which is a little bit farther south of your normal Daytona Beach area. It's got its own zip code. This is in Oceans 5 condominium. The Oceans Towers go 1 through 10. This is a beautiful unit at the 17th floor with both sunset and sunrise views right on the beach and views of the Halifax River.
I love it. I'm sorry, what's the price point on that one?
The price point on this is $370, about $10,000 less than all of the other units listed in this condo.
It's not bad for that view on the beach over in Daytona. It's a good price too, huh?
It's a great price. Like I said, it's about $10,000 less than the competitive units in the building. And it also has a renter that's been renting it for the past 17 years during the winter months.
Really?
So if you're looking for an investment property, it's already got a tenant in it that has been obviously a good tenant if they've been around for 17 years.
Yeah, I love doing this show because where else can you find a true taste of what's going on out there real estate wise throughout our entire viewership audience here. Pretty amazing. You want a beach condo? Get with James right now, 407-205-0400. You want to find a simpler way of life. Ocala, Marion County, stunningly beautiful, beautiful grass. You've got horses everywhere. I mean, Elisha went from Miami to Orlando to Ocala. She's made the whole move north, and a lot of you are doing that, and we're talking about way more bang for your buck as well. I'll connect you with Elisha Lopez at 407-205-0400. Thank you to all of our guests today, our WKMG-based crew, Mila Clark, my daughter. Mostly, thank you. See you again next week for more You Have Real Estate. Do I ever have a very special gift for you today? Compliments our good friends over at Universal Roof and Contracting. 15% off your roofing job. The roof is the most important part of your house. No doubt about it. Welcome my good friends as always, Justin and Corey. Hi, how are you today?
Good, man, good. Thank you.
The roof is the most important part of the house, but sometimes deciding who your roofing company is going to be is the most important decision as well. Culture is everything. Sure. When determining who's going to do your roofing job, Universal, the culture over there blows me away. Trustworthy. Tell me about the culture at Universal.
Yeah, I mean, 30 years in the making, right? Family-owned, veteran-owned, same name and ownership over the past 3 decades. We're so proud to be so rooted in Orlando, and we have offices in Jacksonville and Southwest Florida. But the honest approach, the integrity we carry, working transparently with insurance companies and homeowners alike. I mean, we approach roofing the way an honest company really should.
Trusted by some of the biggest sports teams in Florida as well.
That's right. That's right. We this past season we were the one of the partners with the Jacksonville Jaguars, which was awesome. They had a great season this year too. And then just coming next month, the XFL, the Orlando Guardians. We are the official roofer for the Orlando Guardians, so we're excited to go out to those games and see everybody there. So it'll be great.
A roof can be expensive. You created great programs to make this roof not cost prohibitive for me.
Yeah, I mean, last thing we're going to do is take food off people's plates to afford a roof. So we have a ton of flexible financing plans that just keeps things very liquid for homeowners, even if they don't want to use their own money, even if they have it at the time, you know, so we offer that as well for every roof replacement.
I have this QR code on the screen right now. Get your phone out or go to their website, but the QR code will go directly to Justin and Corey, and literally you get 15% off. But guys, you're going to come to my house and tell me what I really need, honestly.
Absolutely, yeah. Free inspection, first of all. It does cost nothing for us to come out. We're going to sit down with you, hear what you like about your roof, what you don't like about your roof, what problems you've had, and come up with a custom scope of work that makes sense for you.
Always a pleasure to see you both. There's only one company we trust when it comes to roofing. That is Universal Roof and Contracting.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.